Hi there, this is Dr. Jack Belitz, and welcome to another episode of the Ask Dr. Jack Show, where I am your host and chiropractor in Omaha. Not here trying to give you medical advice, just trying to give you options to medical ideas. That's what we're all about here. Then you can make intelligent decisions that you know both sides of the story about what's best for you and your health. All right, new nickname came up this weekend. Chirojactor. Give me your thoughts, ideas. I'm thinking I like it. Let's go on. Today, the subject is zinc lozenges. Seems like everybody's taking zinc lozenges for colds. The question is, are they really doing anything for you? I mean, like remember those cough drops that everybody used to take? I mean, were they really anything more than high fructose corn syrup packaged up in something that seemed like it was maybe healthy? I don't know. I doubt it. Anyway, this idea of checking out whether zinc was effective or not has not gone unnoticed by some researchers. And so there was a couple that set out to find out whether or not it was. So what they did was they went through and looked at all of the research that had been done. They threw out the ones that were no good, and they came out with good, solid studies on zinc, and it encompassed 1,300 people. So a pretty good study here. And what they did was they looked at everything they could, all the different factors of it, to try to figure out if zinc was efficient and helpful, and if it was, what made it so. And what they came out with was that the form that zinc is in is crucial as to whether or not this is going to be helpful to you and your cold. So there are two forms of zinc that have been decided that they are good and helpful. The first one is called zinc gluconate, and the second one is zinc acetate. Zinc acetate is a little bit more effective. It's just really hard to find that form. So, but not so much that you need to search that out. If you find the form that zinc gluconate is in, you're doing pretty well here. So here's what they discovered, that with either of these two kinds, you're going to cut the amount of time that you have a cold or a flu in about half. So now the question is first of all, why these two forms? Well, the reason that these two forms is because they release a positively charged ion. And this positively charged ion is the thing that really helps the body fight the cold and combat the other pressures. So how does zinc do this? This is, kind of important. People want to know the mechanisms too. So the first thing that it does is it's a powerful antiviral agent, especially for the nose type of viruses or the rhinoviruses. Ionic zinc helps your white blood cells fight cold viruses, and it boosts their production of the interferon gamma, which is how your body, it's one of the prime thing for your body's defense against viral infections. Now, zinc also stops cold viruses from spreading in your body. Now, the way they spread through your body is they get into your cells by using this molecule that moves between the cells, and it's called an ICAM-1. And if the cold virus attaches to this molecule, this little molecule will take it right into a cell. And so what these two forms of zinc do is they block that from happening, so that this virus won't spread throughout the body. And the last thing it does is it minimizes the stuffiness and congestion by acting like a histamine. So basically just helps you feel a little bit better through this. Now, here's the thing though, is that you need at least 100 milligrams a day to have a good effect according to these studies. And it's important that this zinc be around for a while for it to be the most effective. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you just take zinc in a pill or a syrup or whatever, it's going to go right through your body and in. Yes, it does help through the body that way. We discussed some of that. But to be really effective, the zinc in a lozenge allows that zinc to stay present in that mouth area where this virus is really kind of taking place, the mouth and throat. And it gives you exposure of, at least 20 minutes. They said 20 minutes is really the primo amount of time that if you're exposed to the zinc, you're really going to cut down the amount of time that you have with the cold. So that's it for this episode of the Ask Dr. Jack show. I am here to answer the questions that you ask, and I can't do that unless you ask them. So if you would like to get a hold of me by email, do so at askdrjackb, that's B-E-E, at gmail.com, or go ahead and call the office at 402-333-4848, or just walk into the office and ask me in person. That's what I really like the best. I get to connect with people. Before I leave, I really should point out one thing. That's if you're getting a cold, you probably are a little bit subluxated. In other words, those bones in your neck and back are probably out of place a little bit, putting pressure on the nervous system and therefore keeping your body from fighting these things as they come on before they become a big deal. That nervous system is the key to the immune system. So making sure that you stay adjusted is super important. And also, it helps your body use things like zinc or vitamin C or whatever you decide you want to use. There's some homeopathic remedies called Viral HP, works awesome too. But all of these things work much more efficiently when your body's working efficiently. So make sure that you're getting adjusted on at least a monthly basis to keep your body from having to deal with stuff to begin with. Have a great, happy, and healthy day, and I can't wait to see you on the next episode of the Ask Dr. Jack Show.